Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana. Political realignments in Kenya are taking shape. Some few days ago, we saw Mudavadi joining hands with William Ruto. And so far they have started joint campaign tours. That has been the case. And it was widely speculated that Kalonzo Musyoka was also on his way to joining Raila Odinga. Those have been the speculations. So today, Wavinya, a very close ally of Kalonzo Musyoka, a Machakos gubernatorial candidate who is most likely being seen as the most likable candidate to win that seat, going by the recent opinion polls that have been done in Machakos, Wavinya earlier today issued Kalonzo's, or rather delivered Kalonzo's statements, or rather Kalonzo's message to Raila and William Ruto. So in this video, I want us to listen in, or rather to listen to Wavinya, after which, as usual, we are just going to dissect that to see exactly what it means politically. Listen into this.
Tumesema yule tu tunaweza kuongea na yeye, maybe ni Mheshimiwa Rais, Mheshimiwa Uhuru Kenyatta na wale wengine. Mlisikia mkubwa wetu Kalonzo akisema yeye hawezi kutoshea upande wa UDA. Yeye mwenyewe alijieleza akasema hawezi kutoshea pande hiyo. Kwa hivyo nataka kuwaambia kama Wakamba na kama jamii yetu, mwelekeo wetu Mheshimiwa His Excellency Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka amesema anaongea na wale wengine, kwa sababu tunajua hakuna mtu mmoja anaweza kuchukua kiti ya rais akiwa peke yake. Lazima tushikane na wale wengine ndio tuweze kuchukua kiti ya nini? Ya rais. Kwa hivyo umoja wa Oka ni nguvu ya Kenya. Kwa hivyo nawaambia Wakenya wale wengine, hata timu zile zingine zinafanya kazi kama Azimio na wale wengine, supportieni Oka ishikane vizuri. Ikishikana vizuri, watu wakae chini waongee, tuweze kujua mwelekeo wa Kenya unaenda wapi. Kwa sababu lazima sisi wote tufanye pamoja na tuhakikishe Kenya yetu imesonga.
Yes, that's Wavinya, a very close Kalonzo Musyoka ally. Yes, and keen political observers will tell you that it's actually Kalonzo Musyoka talking, or rather speaking, through Wavinya. That's Wavinya delivering Kalonzo Musyoka's statements or message. What does that mean politically? That's our analysis and discussion right now. So if in case you've just bumped here for the very first time, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. Thank you, God bless you, God bless Kenya. Having listened carefully to that message, there are three things coming out very clearly, listening to Wavinya. The first thing, Kalonzo Musyoka most likely will team with Raila Odinga in this year's presidential election. That comes out very, very clearly. And I'm saying that because Wavinya is making it clear that nobody can win an election in Kenya without forming alliances. And some days ago, about 2 or 3 days, Kalonzo was speaking in Ukambani and also just hinted at a possibility of teaming up with like-minded parties to win elections, to win this year's election in the first round. And Kalonzo during that occasion, or during that event, Kalonzo Musyoka also narrated how far they have come with Raila Odinga. Kalonzo Musyoka passionately reminded the whole nation of the tear gas Mondays, how actually they were being tear gassed with Raila Odinga. And at that time, in fact, Kalonzo even reminded William Ruto of how William Ruto used to mock them, how William Ruto used to insult them. In fact, Kalonzo was very categorical that William Ruto used to refer to him as yule jamaa wa kukaa kwa lami. That was Kalonzo Musyoka speaking about 3 days ago in Ukambani. So that was also seen as a way of Kalonzo Musyoka trying to say that if now push comes to a shove, he might actually prefer working with Raila Odinga as opposed to William Ruto. So this message by Wavinya today is also just an indication that Kalonzo Musyoka, as widely been speculated, might actually work with Raila Amolo Odinga. Because all along it's widely believed and speculated that Kalonzo has been in secret talks with Raila Amolo Odinga. And also even before Musalia joined with William Ruto, it was also widely speculated that they were in talks with William Ruto. We saw Musalia eventually joining William Ruto. So in this case again, it's also very likely, just as has been speculated, we might find Kalonzo Musyoka teaming up with Raila Amolo Odinga in this year's presidential election. So that comes out very clear, and actually, Wavinya has just delivered that message to Kenyans. The second thing that comes out clearly, or meaning to that, in the event Kalonzo teams up with Raila Amolo Odinga, most likely Raila Amolo Odinga is going to win this election, this year's presidential election. And I'm saying that because of this. In this YouTube channel, I've consistently maintained that even if Kalonzo, Mudavadi, and William Ruto were all to team up together against a combination of Raila and Uhuru, it will still be very hard for them to beat a Raila-Uhuru combination. That is something I've always maintained here, and I still maintain that. But now, if Kalonzo again joins hands with Uhuru-Raila combination, that, in my considered opinion, is a landslide win for Raila Amolo Odinga. A super majority win for Raila Amolo Odinga and the Azimio team. And I'm saying that because of this. If Kalonzo works, or rather joins hands with Raila Amolo Odinga, it will just mean that Raila Amolo Odinga shall have locked his traditional support basis we saw in 2013 and also in 2013 and 2017. And then Raila Amolo Odinga will have massively raided Jubilee strongholds, in that Raila will have successfully locked his strongholds and then massively raided Jubilee strongholds. What does that mean? That's a landslide win. A win only akin to what we saw in the year 2002, when the whole nation ganged up against Kanu, against Nyayo, against Moi. So in a nutshell, we are going to find the whole nation ganging up against William Ruto. And in the event Kalonzo supports Raila again, it's widely being seen as Kalonzo, it's widely being seen that Kalonzo is actually the kingmaker today. So Kalonzo joining Raila Amolo Odinga is going to create some kind of a bandwagon kind of effect. We are going to see people trooping to Raila's camp, trooping to Azimio, because Kalonzo joining Raila is going to create a euphoria. Kenyans are now going to be tempted to believe strongly that is now Azimio, is Raila to form government. So we might find those who are still on the periphery, those who are still undecided, we might now find them trooping to Raila's camp, to the Azimio camp. And that will isolate William Ruto. That will just reduce William Ruto to a leader most likely to get votes from his Kalenjin ethnic community. So in the event Kalonzo joins Raila, it's very clear, ladies and gentlemen, that Raila is going to win with a super majority, with a landslide victory. That is very clear, and I have no doubt about that at all. The third thing, assuming Kalonzo joins Raila Odinga, we might find Musalia Mudavadi getting seriously confused to a point now. Musalia Mudavadi can even now decide to join Raila Amolo Odinga. He can decide to dump Ruto and join Raila Amolo Odinga. Or we might even find Musalia Mudavadi deciding now to go all the way to the ballot to avoid the looming embarrassment. And I'm saying embarrassment because of this. If Kalonzo joins Raila Amolo Odinga, the whole nation, in my considered opinion, is going to be trooping towards Azimio team, because there is a euphoria that will be created. And that euphoria will be sweeping across the country. And it will now be very clear, very evident to even Musalia Mudavadi that even if he supports William Ruto, they are going to lose. So Musalia would rather prefer he loses alone on the ballot rather than losing as a nobody in William Ruto's camp. We might find actually Musalia Mudavadi going all the way to the ballot, or actually even now teaming up with Raila Molo Odinga. And that will be a way of maybe avoiding embarrassment. And in my considered opinion again, if Musalia decides to join Raila Molo Odinga, in the event Kalonzo joins Raila Molo Odinga, Musalia, in my considered opinion, in one way or the other, although the damage is already done, he might save face. You might find now Musalia Mudavadi resuscitating, reviving his dwindling political fortunes in Western. Because now, I know it might be positioned as now the kingpin, or rather the Pentagon member representing Western Kenya. So in one way or the other, Musalia joining Raila Molo Odinga might maybe revive his dwindling political fortunes in Western. But nonetheless, in the event Kalonzo joins Raila Molo Odinga, we might find Musalia Mudavadi deciding to go all the way to the ballot. Because maybe we'll see it better to lose on the ballot as opposed to losing as a nobody in William Ruto's camp. That is also a likely possibility or a probable meaning or consequence of maybe Kalonzo joining Raila Molo Odinga. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, as things stand today, politics in Kenya is getting a little bit interesting. And I'm one person who has been very consistent in this YouTube channel that in Kenya there is a precedent that has been set before. And that precedent will continue even this year. A candidate contesting for the presidency for the very first time in Kenya, that candidate largely tends to get votes from his ethnic community. Raila Molo Odinga, the first time he contested for the presidency, we saw Raila only winning votes from his ethnic community. Same to Kalonzo Musyoka, same to Charity Ngilu. Musalia was not even lucky to win votes from his ethnic community. This is going to be William Ruto's first attempt on the presidential race. I'm very certain that William Ruto, just as other candidates before him, will largely win only votes from his ethnic Kalenjin community. And I'm saying not the whole of Kalenjin community because I'm ruling out the Pokots voting for William Ruto 100%, and I'm also ruling out the Togans voting for William Ruto 100%. But largely, in general, we might find William Ruto getting a majority of votes largely from his Kalenjin ethnic community. So it just leaves Raila Molo Odinga to sweep across the country. That's a landslide win, in my considered opinion. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, before I conclude, let me remind you that if you've just bumped here and so far you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. And to our fans and subscribers here, I'm very much humbled, very grateful. God bless you, God bless Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana.